Hi, Zahava. I'm just going to wait for other people to join and then we'll start. Zahava? If you feel the need to unmute yourself and to speak, you're welcome to. Just waiting. A couple more people coming on. Hi, Gabriella. Hi, Galia. I'm going to just say what I have to say, and then anyone who has questions is welcome to send them, and we can talk about them and go over whatever you guys feel I haven't answered. We'll give it 2 more minutes because I see more people coming on. I'm not used to this kind of open house. Usually an open house is when I'm sitting in the university and you guys come over and I get to talk one-on-one with each of you and, get to just discuss each one with their own personal questions. But since obviously that can't happen now, this is the best way to do it. So at least this way I can help whoever needs help. And, you can always call me and email me after. This is just to give you a broad overview and to help you understand everything that we offer and what's going to be going on. I know there's a lot of, questions about Corona and stuff, so that we're going to try to answer as well. Just checking if I have to send anyone else in. And then I'm going to start. Second, she needs to. There we go. Okay, it's 8:04, so I think we're okay to start. Hi, I'm Tsiona. I'm the Rekezet of the English-speaking program at Machon, which is the women's campus of Machon Lev. I'll just explain for a second just about Machon Lev so that everyone understands. Machon Lev is a technology university, but they now have, as everyone knows, nursing, which I know some people are interested in. The Machon Lev campus is in Givat Mordechai. The Machon Tal campus is right near Hanof in Givat Shaul on Beit HaTfus. The English-speaking program takes place in the regular Machon Tal campus. We have a few other schools in that campus, meaning part of Machon Tal, but we have, I know some of you heard of the more Haredi one, and there's Lustig and different ones, but the English-speaking program takes place with the regular Machon Tal. We do have our own classrooms where we do most of the classes all in one classroom so that you're in one environment and with the girls that you are going to be with, God willing, for the next 3 years. And obviously when you have labs, you take the labs in the other buildings. Machon Tal has 4 buildings. It's not one big campus. They're hoping, God willing, to build a campus next to Machon Lev, but I think that will be in about 5 to 10 years. So not so relevant. We have 4 main buildings on a main stretch of Beit HaTfus, which is like a main street. There's the main building where you have the offices and the library and, all the students' needs that you would, need from all the offices, and there's the computer labs over there. There's also the midrashah there, which all of you are required to take midrashah classes. So we have a big midrashah, it's on its own floor. The midrashah classes are in Hebrew, but we offer for the English-speaking program also midrashah classes in English. You get to choose if you want to take the ones in English or the ones in Hebrew. It depends on your Hebrew. I recommend trying to take some of the Hebrew ones. It's a good way to make your Hebrew a little bit better. Also, the Hebrew classes are really Torah Lishma, so they're there to kind of just have you learn, not so much. There aren't usually exams, just a small paper. For those of you who went to seminary, if you send me in your credits from seminary, then we do take off some classes that you would have to take in the midrashah. But most usually have to take at least 10 credits of midrashah classes, which usually comes out to 2 classes a semester. It works out within, you don't finish later, you don't start earlier. It works out in the way we work out your schedule. The computer science program is a 3-year program. You can make it into 4 if you want to, but we have done it in 3. There are 2 semesters in every year, the fall semester and the spring summer semester. We start in October, right after Sukkot, and the first semester goes until the end of January. You then have exams from the whole month of February. And then semester B starts in March and goes usually until June. And then July, you again have your exams. And then you're usually free unless you need to take more day bet. You're free until after Sukkot, which we start again. This year, God willing, with everything going as it is, we hope to open up the campus and start on campus October 14th, which is a Wednesday. I believe that Sukkot ends on a Shabbos or on a Friday. I didn't calendar, but somewhere around there. And then you start on the 14th. Orientation would be on Tuesday, which gives you enough time for those who are not in the country to get to the country. As I said, it's a 3-year program. It's very focused on computers and math. Your schedule, usually you study from Sunday through Thursday. You start usually between 8:15, 8:30. The day usually ends between 1:45 to 1:30, depending on the day. On Thursday, we try to finish early at 11:45. Thursday, we also offer Ulpan for those who want to take Ulpan. If you make Aliyah, then the Ulpan is free through the government. If not, I think for the whole year, it's 2,000 shekels. And you get to be with girls from other countries as well. We have girls from France and from, some of you are anyway, from Gibraltar and South Africa and other parts of the world. We try to put everyone together and put them on the level that they feel they're on, or they usually take a test, and then we tell you which level you're in. And you can choose, you can sign up to take on Thursday. That's why we try to finish early so that you can go and do some Hebrew classes as well. 2 days a week, you have a Jewish class first in the morning, usually Monday and Wednesday, 8:15 till 8:30, depending, until 10:15. You would have your midrashah class, and then it goes into your academic class. We usually teach around 5 to 6 courses a semester, and it's very focused on computers, meaning unlike American universities where the first 2 years is kind of played around with, here in Israel, it's very focused. You do math, you do computers. You have to understand that even though you finish early, you do have at least 10 to 15 hours a week of sitting in front of a computer and, dealing with homework and other things that you're going to have to do. We also usually have one class that's online, a website building class, or some other kind of class that isn't built into your schedule. It's on your time, but it's another credit that we like to offer online. Obviously, anyone who feels that it's too much or they feel that they need, to slow it down a little bit, you can take some courses off. Anyone who took courses overseas in another university is welcome to send in their syllabus and their grade, and then we go through it. And if it matches what we taught or what we teach in Machon, then you're exempt from that class. So you can, make your load less, or you can choose to try to fit in things faster and finish earlier, whichever one you choose. This is the second year for the computer science for girls. The boys have had it already for quite a few years. I know a lot of you usually ask about jobs after and about learning it in English compared to learning it in Hebrew. So I'm going to focus on that for a minute. The high tech in Israel is one of the most, required things at the moment, and we've never heard of anyone having an issue finding a job. It's, there's a lot of places in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. It's also a very well-paid job. So if you feel like you can handle sitting in front of a screen and that's what you like to do, which I know from speaking to some of you, it's really what you do enjoy doing, then it's a great thing for you. We also have someone who helps find jobs in the third year, and we have companies that come to Machon and speak. We have Google, we have Intel, we have a few others that you might not know that are more Israel-based that come and speak. We also have a hackathon once a year, which actually the girls from this year are hopefully going to be doing, where we have up to 20 companies come and they give, either something that they need, a solution to a problem or something of the sort, and the girls have 48 hours to come up with a solution, and then we give prizes. And that's also a great way to get yourself into the high-tech industry. I'm trying to think what else people usually ask. So as I'm saying, the boys, they've had jobs right out of coming out from university. The girls, I don't know, we're now just finishing our first year. Obviously, it's been a little bit of a iffy first year with Corona and going on to online learning. But, God willing, that will all end and we'll all be able to be back on campus. In terms of learning and studying in English, I don't think there's any issue. As I tell the girls all the time, the computer language is a computer language. It doesn't matter what you speak. And most of the terms are in English. Everything taught in the Israeli part is taught in the English one. You have the same exams. You're learning on exactly the same level. Machon Lev is known for two things at the most. The two things that it's known for is its computer science program and its nursing program. Those are the two in Israel. Machon Lev is one of the top in those two fields. So you don't have to worry in terms of, is this accepted somewhere else? Or, is it considered a good degree? It really is. I have girls who came from us from Bar Ilan. I have girls who came from Hebrew U. They say that it's on the same level or even harder. I don't know if that's good or not, but I have had that. And it's completely equal to the Hebrew one. If you decided that you wanted to switch over to the Hebrew one at some point because you felt your Hebrew was good enough, you're welcome to. But I have girls who move over from the Hebrew one to the English one because they say, well, all the terms are in English anyway, and I feel more comfortable in English. So in terms of that, I really wouldn't worry at all in terms of learning in English. Obviously, it's good to slowly learn Hebrew, especially if your plan is to stay in Israel. I would definitely recommend trying to get your Hebrew at a better level and to try to do Ulpan or to do an Abrit Shah classes to help you along with your Hebrew. But in terms of studying in English, I don't think there's any issue at all. Our lectures are the same lectures that teach in the regular program. Your exams are the exact same exams, they're just taken and translated. So if at any point in time you decided that you wanted to leave, your credits would be approved all over the world. You wouldn't have an issue with that. I'm trying to think what else. The dorms. I'm going to talk about the dorms for a minute. If you have any questions or things that you feel I didn't go over, please put it in the chat and I'll try to answer. We have dorms for the first year students. We have a building where we try to put all the first year students. They can be together. It's about a 7-minute walk away from the campus itself. It does get filled quickly, so that is something that I try to get people to apply for faster than the other application fee. Especially like for the English speaking program, because we only start after Sukkot, they really allow you to apply until August. But the dorms do fill up, so I usually try to say between, till the end of June or something in terms of if you want to get a spot. For the next years, what they do is they have apartments all around the area, and they allow you to choose an apartment, and you go with friends. And there's the head of the dorms who is really a nice, lovely woman named Emunah. I can send you an email. You could write to her. You could ask her the questions. I know just the basics. It depends on the apartment, but usually there's 4 bedrooms in an apartment, 9 girls per apartment, 2 girls in a room. You can request to be with somebody if you want. You request to be with English speaking, with Spanish speaking, with Hebrew speaking, whatever works for you. I see if there's a question here, if there's a maximum amount of credits you can transfer in with. I actually don't know that. I don't think so. I do know that if you've already done 2 years, or even 2.5 semesters in another university, then you'll be accepted just on the university, and you don't have to send in your high school, you don't have to send in SATs or some other form of exam. They will accept you just on that. So meaning you for sure could come in with a 1.5 years worth of credits, and then they would accept you. I'm not saying that they would accept all the credits. It could be that some of the credits they would say aren't equal, but you for sure could come up with up to 2 years without any issue. Getting back to the dorms. So yeah, so I would say if you do want to do the dorms, that would be definitely something that would be a push to apply for it now. But we do offer the dorms over the summer, especially for our out-of-country students. We know that they don't have another place to go. So we have parts of the dorm that stay open. You might have to move a room if they need to fix up room or change rooms, but you do get to stay in the dorms during the summer. We are actually because of Corona and everyone not being able to come back, we are offering also Elul credits, like Elul semester to our girls. So if that's something that we end up wanting to do, you might also have 1 or 2 online courses during the summer, which would help you, lower the load in the next years. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I missed that you guys would want to talk about. In terms of tuition, as you know, if you make Aliyah, the government covers your 3 years of tuition. Otherwise, tuition, I know you've seen, is about $3,800 a year, around 10,000, 11,000 shekels. It's taken off every month. There are scholarships that they offer. I'm just checking my notes to make sure I didn't forget anything. There are scholarships that are offered once you apply and are accepted into the program. We do offer different kind of scholarships. If you are planning on making Aliyah, you should just let us know, because then we can help you along a little bit. If you are coming on a visa, then we also need to know that, so we could help you with your visa. I also want to point out that that Machon is a religious institution, meaning they expect you to wear a skirt when you're walking on campus. You can't walk around in pants. You can't wear sleeveless. You have to be wearing sleeves. The girls in our dorms are Shomer Shabbat, so that's something that you have to think about if you want to stay in the dorms. Apart from that, it's an all-women's campus, all different types of religious girls from, super, super Beis Yaakov to not, but, everyone is on their level from kite. Nobody pushes you. No one says anything as long as you dress in the appropriate way. You need, for your SAT score, you need a 550 in math. They don't look at your English since you're an English speaker. They don't care. But for your SAT, you do need a 550. Or if you take the TIL exam, it's TIL it's called, because I know a lot of you have had an issue with the SAT because it's not offered online right now. There is a different exam offered, which is called the TIL, TIL, and you also need a 550 in that in math. For those of you who are South African, if there are any, already, or ones that don't, that we go over what you've taken in South Africa, and we try to see if we can equal it out so that you can be accepted without having to take any tests. Obviously, if you haven't taken the SAT because you were going to and it was canceled because of Corona, we give more time, or we offer you the TIL instead. We do check your math level, definitely, like what you got in high school, because the beginning is definitely math oriented. We do pre-calculus and calculus, linear algebra, and all those. You don't need to have a background in computers. We teach that from scratch, so it doesn't have to be that you played around with computers in high school or you did something with computers. It really is irrelevant as long as you feel a connection to computers and you're happy sitting in front of a screen and stuff like that, then it's fine. I think that's kind of what um, what I wanted to give over to you. I'm just going to go through the registration process, and then I'll wait if you have any questions. So our registration is done all online. Of course, I'm here if you need me. You could call me, email me, WhatsApp me, anything to help you with the process. You go online, you go to our website, jct.ac.il, and you go to the English speaking program, and you just click on, apply now. You put in your name and email. And then once you pay, there's an initial fee, like an application fee of 300 shekels. Once you pay that, they ask you to upload your SAT score, your high school transcripts, your passport, or your Teudat Zehut if you are Israeli, your Bagriyot if you're Israeli, any credits you might have taken, or you're in the middle of taking. If you're South African, any of the exams you've taken. If you're a British, your A-level exams. And anything else that you feel is relevant to helping you get accepted. Once you upload all of that, then the application department goes through your file, and they let you know if there's anything else that they need, or if you need to take an exam, or if there's an issue with anything that you put up. And then once that all goes through, they usually ask for an interview, which means I meet with you. Obviously, unfortunately not in person anymore, but we can do over WhatsApp, over Zoom, over Skype. Just to go over anything, any questions that you have, and things like that. And then once all that goes through, then they send you your acceptance letter. They ask for the down payment of 2,200 shekels, and that's it. And then once you do that, you can apply for the dorms and everything else. I'm here to help you with anything and everything along the way. If you have issues uploading, you send it to me, I'll send it to them. If you have questions about, grades that you got or things like that, I'm here to help and speak to the application department for you. Not everybody there speaks English, but some of them do. And if they have an issue, they send it to me so I can help you. AP courses, Chana, hi Chana. AP courses, it depends. If it was math or computers, then it could be that we would accept it. It really depends on how it was taught and the exam that you took. You would just have to send it in. And you need to apply. They actually pushed it off because of Corona, because we start later. For the English speaking program, they really allowing you to apply until August because we don't start till October. They pushed it off to mid-August. They even said if you need to wait until the end of August, they're happy to wait till then. Obviously, in terms of the dorms, that's the only reason you would apply earlier if you wanted to. And the AP courses, like I said, it really depends on the score you got and what you took it in. But obviously, anything that you took, you should send in and put up on your file. It's all an online file anyway. And then we go through it. So whatever you have, just send it in because anything helps. Is there anything else? Anyone who wants to ask questions, anything I didn't go over? Obviously, if there's things that you want to talk about privately, you're welcome to call me or email me to go over things in private. But I'm happy. It could be that I missed out on stuff, which I do. So if there's anything that I missed out on, I'm happy to, if you have any questions, I'm happy to unmute you. I'm going to unmute. So if anyone has a question, you're welcome to either say it or you're welcome to write it. I see also that our academic advisor, Professor Engelberg, joined us. So if you have any academic questions, he's here to answer any of them. How soon can you move into the dorms? If you don't need them for the summer, then a new student usually moves into the dorms. I try, usually the American students or students from abroad try to come in a couple days early. So usually I try to have the dorms open for them like the day after Sukkot, which would be Sunday. So I would guess Sunday, probably Sunday would open up for you so that you could already get your things in and start getting ready so that by Tuesday when we have orientation, you'd already be settled. And obviously you would be in touch with me and you would be in touch with Emunah, the head of the dorms, and then, we would work it out exactly to open it up for you because it's not always open right away, especially over Sukkot, they close it. So, totally, we would work it out that you can come in whenever you landed. Chana, hi, Shabbos. What does Shabbat look like? So Shabbat, they don't off, meaning the Machon doesn't do anything for Shabbatot, but I know for a fact from the girls that are there that the apartments get together and make Shabbat. The student union also, our student union does a lot of things. They offer a lot of Shabbatot where they offer different things. You go down to Eilat, they do a Shabbat for the girls in the campus. But as a Machon itself, we don't really do Shabbatot. I think they are trying for next year to offer more Shabbatot for those who don't have family. It's definitely something that's in the works from what I know, especially that now we opened up the program in the girls' school. But there's always open houses for those who need a place to go. There's me, there's Emunah, there's a different lecturers and people in the Machon that always have their home open to you. And you have a kitchen in your room, you can make your own Shabbat, you can invite people over. It's definitely like, you'll feel Shabbat there, people stay in, people make their Shabbatot. Also, I know a lot of girls who are Israeli that live in the dorms that invite the girls over to them to come over. I've seen that a lot with my girls. The program right now, we have in our English speaking program, there are 15 girls for the computer science. Since it's its first year, we're quite happy with the number. Obviously, we're hoping to get more numbers. It is, God willing, growing. So we're hoping, with each year things get bigger, people hear about it, we have more people coming, but we're trying to keep it actually more on, the smaller side. I feel that when it stays smaller, you get more attention and more help, and we can do more for you. So as of now, the English-speaking program and the international program on a whole is staying more on the smaller side, like 30 students or so. So that's why I think if you're looking between the Hebrew and the English, I think the English one of its many things is that you get more attention and more help because it's a much smaller classroom. And also what's nice is because, you're doing all your courses together with the same group of girls, you really start university with a chevra of girls that are with you throughout the 3 years. And even if they don't become your best friends, they're there for you and you guys work together and everyone helps each other with homework. Everyone's dealing with the same issues. So it's nice. You don't even have to go looking for friends. You kind of start off with a group of friends who are all in the same boat, basically, which is a really nice way to start off your, first few years as an adult on your own, especially in a country that is not your country. So I definitely think that that's a major plus. Sorry, let me see, Galia's just writing. The payment for the dorms, I think you just have to pay the initial fee before school starts, probably in September, as long as they told you that you have your place. And then they usually take payments for the dorm, monthly payments. They divide it up into monthly payments. You obviously could speak to the finance department and figure out how you want to pay, if you want to do it in more bulk or you'd like to break it up. I don't know exactly how the payments work, but finance will go over everything with you after you've finished signing up and everything and work out what's best for you. Professor Abba Engelberg is here as the academic advisor. So if anyone has academic questions, you could definitely ask him. If you want to say a few words, Professor Engelberg, you're welcome to. I've unmuted everybody, so anyone who wants to speak can speak.
I think you covered everything very well. So I'll just
But you're on
answer.
mute.
If anyone has any particular question about courses or something of that nature, I'll be happy to.
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
What programming languages do we learn?
Our basic programming language that you start with in the first year is C++. But throughout your 3 years, various courses are attuned to other programming languages like the Java, is for for courses that are more graphically oriented. And as I said, there are different languages depending on what you actually what course you're taking. We have some courses also that are given in different languages, more mathematically oriented languages. So the main one is you start off with C++. Oh, there we go. Seemed like you got stuck a little.
Anybody else? Anyone have anything to ask or add? A minute, I'm just looking. Sorry, I'm just looking. Okay. So if nobody has any questions, one minute. Hi. Oh, Racheli, hi. What can you do afterwards with the diploma? Computer science. It's working with computers in so many different fields, high-tech companies. Any company is going to need someone to work on their computers. It really depends what you are interested in terms of if you want to go into creating apps and doing that kind of thing, coding, or if you want to go, right, the cyber program, the cyber elite program, that's more on the boys program. I think Professor Engelberg might know more about what that is. I know that they go around, and when they find someone who they feel has done has gotten amazing grades and has worked on something that they're interested in, the Army will come, or other companies. In terms of, I don't know if I would take a computer science. I don't know if I would do it for general knowledge. I mean, it's very focused on computers and working with computers and, different like programming and things like that. So if you're interested in something that has to do with computers, then yeah, you can do a computer science degree and then choose something in that. But I wouldn't just do it for general knowledge.
One thing I would add, perhaps some of the prospective students don't realize. People think that computers means that you sit in front of a terminal all day. Some of the areas of computers are almost like social work. You're constantly dealing with people. For example, the area of systems analysis, which we also go into. Systems analysis means that you deal with real problems in the real world. You have to interview people to understand exactly how a certain organization works and try to improve it using computers and using logic. So there's a lot of interaction with people in certain areas of computers. Now we're on the forefront. We have courses in artificial intelligence, which is really the wave of the future, because once things get a little more developed with artificial intelligence, of course, you've probably heard about the autonomic cars, which will drive by themselves without you sitting behind the wheel and telling it where to go. You'll go to a doctor, but you won't have to see a doctor. The computer will analyze what you have and what you need. And of course, we use the latest languages such as Python. And we do spend a lot of time also in the cyber area, because that's a tremendously important area, because our whole country, I don't know if you know, recently Iran tried to destroy our whole water system by using cyber methods to break into our internet. So we teach all about those methods. We teach how to protect yourself against such attacks. So we cover a lot of different modern areas in computers. It's not just a question of writing programs. That's just one part of it.
I hope that answered questions about what to do with your degree. Again, if there's any other questions, Professor Engelberg and I are here to answer. Otherwise, you can be in touch with me later if you have any questions, or if you need help with your application or whatever else is needed. I'll give another minute if anybody feels like they have a question they didn't have answered. I tried going over my notes and answering everything. It's not the same as seeing someone in person, but I hope I at least gave you like a basic understanding of what it is. I definitely think it's one of the only programs like it at the moment, especially for somebody who wants to stay in a more religious environment and somebody who's interested in, having a career, but, also slowly making their way into the world, not too quickly. In terms of, one second. If you're going a seminary, we take your credits for midrasha. If you're going to Mechala as a school and you take computer classes, I'm just answering a question of Hannah. Obviously, like I said, if you bring credits and courses, like courses that we teach and the syllabus matches and you get over 70, then those classes will take those credits and then you'll be exempt from those classes. Otherwise, if it's seminary, then we take your credits from your Jewish classes and you just have to take less Jewish classes when you come to Machon Tal. So, it is used, it's not going to take off your credits from your computer science credits that you need. So just as I was saying, so I do think that, you do get a lot of extra in this program. And I definitely think it slowly lets you go into the real world without having the trauma of, a huge university and being just thrown into something. This is much more compact and smaller, but you still are in a university environment. You still have, your freedom, but you're around a religious environment. Classes, yes. Classes are in the morning until early afternoon, like I said, till about 1:30. You could take a couple of midrasha classes if you want. They did start offering some Hebrew midrasha classes in the evening, but our classes are given in the morning, so that you have your afternoon to do homework or, if you want to do something else. We don't usually offer classes in the afternoon, no. We have the labs are open until 10 o'clock every night and on the campus, which means that you don't have to have your own computer if you don't want to. You can use the computers. There are plenty of labs. All you have to do is sign in with your special password and the computer opens up for you and you can do all your homework and save all your files and do everything you need to do. Obviously, it's easier if you have your own laptop, but again, the labs are open so that you can always get work done if you want. What kind of laptop? I don't know. Abba, do you know what kind of laptop is better to get? I think an Apple.
Probably. I wouldn't get an Apple because it isn't, it's not the typical things. You need the Windows operating system. Right. So usually people get a HP or, one of the Microsoft-oriented computers.
Yeah, I think some of the girls had issues with the Apple computer, so I would definitely try to go with a different computer. Microsoft Surface Pro is good. I also know that the Machon will give you like Word and other processing things for free. I know that we get a few of them and I've given them to our girls who are in the program already. So if you have any issues with programs that you need and you don't have, I'm sure we could help you with that. And yeah, I mean, obviously a laptop will help, but as I said, because we have the labs open, the computer labs are open till 10 o'clock every night, it's really okay. We also do, if for any reason like Corona happened, we do usually try to offer laptops to students. We did offer some laptops to students. So, you know, if there's ever a need that something comes up, we can always help.
Siona, I'm going to go over to Machon Lev now.
Okay, we have an open house for both Machon Lev and Machon Tal. Thank you, Alba.
Okay, see you. Good luck.
Thank. Okay, is there anything else that I could help anyone with? Otherwise, it was great meeting you. I'm happy to answer any questions, or if you want to then, you know, call me or email me privately, or you want to start your application process and then be in touch with me, I'm happy to help you. Like I said, we're hoping for the campus to reopen. As of now, the campus is not open, so I can't give anybody a campus tour. If you go on the website, there are some pictures that you can see. Like I said, there are 4 buildings. It's on the main street. We have a lot of classrooms, a lot of computer labs, a lot of offices, a lot of space. Oh, I do want to say that there is no cafeteria on campus. There is like a small place where you can sit and eat. They have microwaves, they have hot water, they have coffee. They have like a small thing where you can buy things, but because we're on a main street, there's a lot of different food stores and they're all geared for students. And if you show your student card, you get a discount. So in terms of food, I know that's also something that you worry about, especially when you're not living at home. There are definitely places to go and at really good prices. And like I said, you have a kitchen in your dorms. You know, don't have to worry about it, but there is no cafeteria on campus itself. God willing, when we have a real campus, then, you know, we're hoping to have the cafeteria as well. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I could explain to you or information I could give you. I'm usually in Machon Tal twice a week. I try to be there Sunday and Tuesdays for anyone who wants to come meet me. I have an office in Machon Tal, so you can always come to me. I'm there to help with anything. We have a dean of students who is also super helpful. We try to offer tutoring to girls who need a little extra help. The Machon offers tutoring up to 10 hours that we cover more than half the cost. You would pay 20 shekels, we pay the rest. So we try to like help you. Oh, one more thing I wanted to say, there's also on Beit HaTrus, like right next to the Machon, and I think they're starting to do it inside the Machon in one of our classrooms. They have something called She Code, which is a coding where they help you learn how to code. It's free, and it's to, if you are interested in coding, it's a way to start getting into it slowly. They have classes in the evening that you can choose to go to. Like I said, it's free, and I think they're starting to offer it on campus itself. So that's something else that we could look into. I think that's basically it. I feel like I've spoken for like a half hour straight. Which I don't usually do. So I'm happy if anybody has any other questions, anything else you wanted to know. Otherwise, I'll end the meeting. And then if you have anything you wanted to ask me privately, or be in touch privately, I'm happy to speak to each of you individually. This was just to kind of give you a feeling of what we offer and, you know, if it's something that you're looking for. So it was really nice speaking to all of you. I hope I gave you the answers that you wanted. And hopefully we'll be in touch. You all have my email, I think. If not, it's Siona, Siona, @jct.ac.il. So you're welcome. Again, Siona @jct.ac.il. You're welcome to call me also, which my number is 058-692-4951. You can WhatsApp me, and hopefully I'll speak to you. Thank you. Thank you for coming, and good luck to everyone. And I'm hoping I get to meet you all in person really soon if you decide to come. And good luck to all of you in deciding what you want to do next year. It hasn't been the easiest year for anyone, so I hope you all figure out what you want to do. Have a good night or a good morning wherever you are in the world, and hopefully we'll be in touch. Bye.